Good. So how are you doing, Craig?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Just lots of
Great.
work.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
It's not, it keeps me occupied. So do you want to tell
Yeah.
me a little bit about the band then?
Yeah, Brainsize 61. We're from Montreal, Canada. We've been around for 30 years. We recently released our sixth album on vinyl because that was our dream. We always wanted to make an album on vinyl. I'm the singer. My brother Mike is the guitar player. My niece April is the bass player and our music guru. And our drummer Stu happens to be my son's best friend who joined the band when he was 15 years old.
That's amazing. Nice
Yeah.
little close circuit then.
Yeah. It's the drummer that we had, actually, it's been quite a few years ago now. He decided I just can't do this anymore. I don't like staying up late and playing gigs and stuff. So we were looking for a new drummer, and my brother thought of Stu because he was the girls would all scream in high school when they saw his high school band play. And called him up, and Stu said, "Yeah, man, I'm down with that." Showed up at the first practice, could play all the songs from our first album, but he played them one third faster than the old drummer did, which is actually a good thing in punk rock. So yeah, it all worked out good from there. First gig, he was in a bar, 15 years old. His dad had to come. His dad said, "Hey, Stu, first time in a bar and you're with your old man, you loser."
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. So it
Yeah.
does. It sounds like you all gelled together because there's a few of you, isn't there?
Yeah.
Let me see. Two. We've got yourself, Craig. We've got Mike, your brother, as you
Yeah.
mentioned, on guitars. We've
Yeah.
got Keith on bass and vocals.
Uh, that's probably, is that a,
It might be an old thing that I've
it's
seen
an
on the
old thing,
internet.
yeah.
It might
Keith,
be.
that's real old. Yeah. Keith
Is it
Keith was our bass player. Yeah. Right now there's just the four of us.
just the
It's me, Mike, April, and Stu.
Well, it's sounding fantastic. I've been listening to some of the old tracks on YouTube tonight,
Thank
and they're
you.
absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
I do understand why you didn't send me some of them because some of them do swear. I do have the wonderful ability to take the swearing out, though. I
Okay.
taught myself that a few years ago. It took a while, but I learned
Yeah,
that.
yeah, there is one called Catharsis, which is really bad. My brother Mike actually wrote the lyrics about his ex-wife. And that was when it came out at the time, people were still stealing music, and it was one of the top 10 stolen songs in China for a little while.
Wow.
But when we play that one live, I always say, whether you're a man, a woman, or a farm animal, if you have a relationship that ends badly, I mean, really, 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 really badly, you sit there in the dark little corner of your dark little room thinking dark little thoughts. Well, Mike, he took those thoughts and he wrote them down, and this is his catharsis. And the song begins, but you'll never be able to play it on the radio.
Yes. I didn't come across that one on YouTube, but I'll definitely look out for it because there's something about being angst and heartbroken that writes the best songs.
Very bad words. Very, very bad.
You should see what my friends try and get me to play on the radio, and it's like, you do
I'm
realize that I
sure.
can't play that.
I'm sure. Yeah.
But it's fantastic. So tell me what you're doing now then. You did say that you've got new vinyl out, the Pudknocker's Ball, which I'm
Yep.
very excited to have received. I haven't taken it out of its packaging yet because I think I'd like to keep it preserved and hang it on my wall in my studio.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, we have the Pudknocker's Ball on vinyl. Mike and I, we always, we're a little older. And we grew up with vinyl, and vinyl's the coolest. And it was our dream to make a vinyl. So we made a vinyl, and I gotta say, I took that vinyl out and I put it on the little turntable that I got, and I listened to it. I'm like, man, that's me.
Oh, I bet
That's
it
me.
sounds amazing.
Super cool. And we have our merch shop on Spotify and on our band website. And as of yesterday, we can also ship to Europe. So we can ship to Canada, US, and Europe now. So
And it
yeah.
was very quick. shipping as
Yeah,
well from Canada
UK was amazing.
to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
UK to Scotland. It was
yeah,
very quick. I didn't expect it to be that quick. That was less than a week.
yeah.
So
I was
it
really
was a
surprised.
total.
Great.
Was it quite expensive to send it over, or was that okay?
Actually, I think it was about 15 Canadian dollars.
That's not too bad then.
No, 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 not at all.
Not at all. For a fantastic. I mean, the artwork on it is amazing.
Pretty cool. It's an actual painting. Keith, who was our old bass player, who we're still pals with, his ex, he's an artist, he's a cartoonist. If you see a lot of the band cartoon art or things, Keith did all that. His ex was a painter. We have a few albums that she did the cover of. There's one where there's a sheep knocking down a door and there's some feet. There's one with a clown popping out of the middle of a highway in the middle of nowhere. And this one, and we'll contact her and we'll say, hey, what kind of art you got that we can look at? And she goes, man, I love you guys. You always take the most screwed up paintings that I have and pick them as album covers. But this one just kind of seemed perfect for Pudknocker's ball. So yeah, yeah.
It's very good. I can't wait to hear. You'll have to send me the album so I don't have to break the seal at the moment.
I'll send you another one. No problem.
Thank you. I can have one for display and one for my record players. I'm in
One
the
to show and one to
process of.
go. Yeah. Yeah. We recorded uh, many years ago, and our manager at the time, who became our record company, it's a one-man thing, Milagro Records. He's great, and he does a lot of stuff, and a lot of the reasons that we're anywhere is because of him. He said, we're in a real recording studio with tape, and he said, you can't swear because it'll never get on the radio. And right after that, I think a lot of stuff came out with swearing, and you know, like you said, as long as it's on the internet and it's not commercial radio, you can say anything you
Yeah,
want.
you can
Yeah.
say anything.
Hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
I do like a little bit of swearing. Sometimes it's justified in a song. You need that little bit of punch. A
Sometimes.
lot of people are now doing versions, though. They're doing clean versions and like dirty versions as well. So that's quite
Hmm.
good because I get copies of both. And it's
Okay.
like when I do my live show, I can play what I want. I can't wait. So, in 30 years, how many albums have you done then? Because I've seen that there was quite a few.
We've done six. Four are CDs, which are also available on our merch shop. We did a 30th anniversary greatest hits. That's only available electronically. And the sixth one is the new one, Pudknocker's Ball, on vinyl.
So tell me where you can get these, especially the one that's only online, that's only downloadable.
You can, well, everything's on Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, all of that stuff. If you want to buy the actual merch, we have our band website, brainsize61.com. But yeah, Spotify, iTunes, we're on all that stuff. Yeah, everything's on YouTube. You can listen to all the songs.
Yeah, I was listening to quite a lot of them tonight. Some absolutely bangers. Step on My Face Waltz was a particular one that I had. I liked the name of that. I think that's quite good. Step on My Face Waltz.
That's an interesting one because I wrote the lyrics a long, long time ago and forgot about the song completely. And we jam at my brother's house in his garage, and we were going through a box of cables trying to find a cable for something. And at the bottom of the box is this crumpled up piece of paper, which was the lyrics. And I found it and pulled it out. It's about moshing and getting your. We have a video that goes with that one too. I don't know if you've seen the video, where I'm dressed up as a weird clown and a weirder clown steps on my face, and it's a very surreal, sort of bizarre video.
Yeah,
Uh,
your videos are a little bit out there. They're great. They're absolutely visually fantastic.
thank you.
I mean,
Um,
I see a lot of videos and a lot of it's just a band sitting in a stage and
mhm.
going round, and you have plot lines and everything.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a high
Great.
school play. We do it all ourselves. And the two new videos, the boyfriend of one of my daughter's friends, he actually works in the movie business, and he was part of the team that won the Special Effects Academy Award for the movie 1917. and he's just a really nice guy. He digs the band, and he's like, "Hey, man, let's make some videos." He said, "You do the storyboards, you think it all up," and he showed up with a professional iPhone and a gimbal, and we had the idea and set everything up. And he's like, "Oh, your head on the table, no problem. The severed arm playing the keyboard, he did all that stuff, and he did it for fun. He just because he enjoys that kind of stuff. So that was amazing, and people, we're really lucky to have people that we just happen to know that want to do stuff for fun.
Well, that's the main thing. That's why I do
Hmm.
this, is for fun. I
Yeah,
I don't do it for money. I don't make a penny off this. I do it purely out of passion.
yeah,
Because I love the music. I love the buzz of getting brand new songs that nobody's ever heard of before, and then bringing them to an audience, and
yeah.
then having the people come back to me saying, "Your airplay, we've had airplay in this place, and this place, and this place," and it's
Hmm.
great. It's such a
Yeah.
buzz. And then going to see bands. I mean, have you got plans to come across this side of the pond?
Oh my gosh, that would be a dream come true, but yeah, not at the moment. And we're actually thinking about when we want to play again, because playing in Montreal in the winter is awful with the snow and stuff and your gear and
Yeah.
everything. So, we're princesses. But yeah, that would be awesome, but we're not quite there yet. In fact, talk about being played everywhere, because we're kind of under the radar and stuff. You gotta enjoy all the little things that might happen, like meeting you, getting played on your show. It's like amazing. Who'd have ever thought I'm going to be interviewed for a radio show in Scotland? It's just like the most amazing thing. And I think it was yesterday we found out there's Banks Radio Australia. For this week, we're number 3 on their top 10, which, I mean, it's just stuff like that. It's just super cool. You gotta
Amazing.
enjoy the moment. Yeah,
You
yeah,
do. Take the little moments and run with
yeah,
them and then see what they develop into. That's
yeah.
the way that I see it. I've got huge dreams that are probably inachievable, but all the
Hmm.
little ones, all the little steps are what I'm working on. And
Yeah,
maybe one day I'll reach the big dream, but all the little steps in between is what I'm focusing on now, and all the
hmm,
happiness and all the I try and get my fingers in as many pies as I can.
yeah.
So just anything media related, if somebody says, "Do you want to do it?" It's just, yep.
Yeah. It's like, you start out, you have a band, you're playing other people's music, you're doing covers, and you think, oh, could we write a song? So we write a song, and it's like, oh, that's pretty good. And then, it progresses. Could we make an album? So we made an album. We made a video. Could we get our video on television? We had two of our videos on television in Canada. A Stingray. I don't know if you have Stingray in Europe,
No, we
but
don't.
it's all over North America, and it played quite often, but you don't make any money out of it. So you got to enjoy it. Hearing your song on the radio, that's something no one else can really, yeah, you can't really describe the feeling. And then recently with the vinyl, I mean, that was, when you put your own vinyl on after you've been listening to vinyl for years and years, and it's you, people can't relate to the feeling, you know?
I do get the feeling. I still get little thrills when I see my name, like when somebody takes a photo of the radio station in their car and it has my name on it. I still get a thrill from that. I
Yeah.
still get a thrill when one of the other, if I'm listening in before a show starts, like the presenter before me will introduce me, and I still get a buzz off that.
Yeah.
I still get excited to hear my name on radio. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
And you're a DJ that people hear all over the world. People are
All over
sending you
the
songs
world.
from everywhere, right? That's amazing. Yeah.
I still think nobody listens. I still just do it for my own pleasure. But then obviously people listen because, like yourself, that came out of nowhere. You just contacted me. I don't have no idea where you got my
No.
details, and that was just fantastic. It's amazing.
Well, this album is a little different because we kind of pushed a little more. Before we'd make the songs and we think, oh, they're really good, and we'll let Pierre from Milagro Records do whatever. And we had a little bit of success this time. We pushed a little more, and we were like emailing people and Googling, where can I find internet radio stations, and I think it was Mearns FM that I actually found, and then through that we found you. But we found a lot of people. But the first song when we came up with the single for "It's All Good," um, it's been played almost 13,000 times in 104 countries. And you look down the list of countries and like, what dude in Nigeria is going to pick my song and play it? It's just like the weirdest thing. But yeah, 104 countries.
Amazing.
And for a while, most people, like you see the cities that people are listening. One day there was 75 people in Helsinki that were listening to us. How does that happen? I have no
It's
idea.
the power of the internet now. It's
Yeah,
magical. It can be in a magic.
I heard there's 70,000 new releases in the world every week.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if that's true or not, but that's a lot of music.
That's a lot of music. I mean, people ask me what my favorite band is. I can't tell you what my favorite band
No,
is now because I listen to so much different music every day that it's difficult to narrow it down.
I'm the same way. Yeah. Yeah. Through my whole life, you start high school, you're listening to certain bands, and then you progress to who you're listening to at the moment. But, it changes all the time. And then you'll go back to some of the bands that you know from before, things like that. So yeah, it's great. There's so much out there. There's so much to listen to and so much to discover.
There is, there is. There is the problem of artists like yourself being paid though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, earn a living or eat off of all of that stuff. I know the videos that we had played on television, they played about 500 times, and I personally made $50 from that. But if that had
Wow.
been music television from 10 years before, um, I would have made 25 or $30,000. But that's the way
Yeah.
music is. And if you're not doing it because you love it and you enjoy it, then just don't do it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The passion comes through, I think. If you're
Hmm.
passionate about something, it comes through in what you say, your lyrics, just the way you
Yeah.
play, the way you stand, everything. If you've no
Yeah.
passion, it doesn't sound right. You could
No,
be the best,
no, and it's
the most fantastic singer in the world, the most
mhm.
fantastic guitarist, but if there's no passion behind it,
It's
it's
got to be
kind of
some
like
soul, man.
drum
Soul.
spaghetti.
Yeah.
You do need soul, exactly.
Yeah. And suffering.
And suffering. Well, they do say suffering makes the best lyrics.
They do. I don't know. Anyway, it's, if it's all gelling together, I mean, when you're playing live together, it's like, especially for our type of music, it's like you're on this, speeding locomotive that you're in total control of, and you're in this zone, and it's indescribable, but it's super cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love all genres of rock, but particularly punk.
Yeah, it's difficult in Canada. In Canada, it's really hard to get on commercial radio, and the only way to really get on commercial radio is to be signed to a major label. And to be signed to a major label, you kind of have to get signed through the US. It's a
Right.
really weird situation, but that's the way it is. And you got to live within that. I mean, we make the music and let the universe take care of the rest.
What's next? More
Uh,
songs in the winter, more writing.
Yeah, we'll start working on more songs. According to our label, there'll be more singles coming off of this album. I don't know if we're going to do more videos. They're, it's pretty involved and a lot of planning and difficult to make the videos. So I'm not sure about that. But yes, and we're going to start playing live. We're putting our live show together, and we're going to get that going. But yeah, we're going to keep on trucking and
Fantastic.
keep making more music.
I can't wait to hear more stuff. Everything I've heard so far has been knocking me out of the park.
Oh, great.
Um, I think that's pretty much our time coming up. Thank you so
Awesome.
much, Craig.
Thank you. This has been great. This is great
It
to,
has. It's
like
been
I
a
said,
great
virtually
talk.
meet you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Take care.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kim.
You too. Thank
Thank you.
you. See you
Okay, take
later.
care. Later.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.